What's up with it, y'all? Polo Sports Talking ENT here again with another one. This grind don't stop, man. Even if I wanted to stop grinding, I couldn't. It'd be way too hard for me to stop putting in work. Make sure you hit the like and hit the sub and comment. Also hit them notifications too, so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Man, for y'all mofos that sitting up in there pocket watching, man, it's weak, bro. For real. It's weak. You got a lot of people out there, trying to pay attention to what you doing, how you doing it, uh, how much of this you got or how much of that you got. When really, man, you really need to be focused on yourself, man. Pocket watching, man. And you know what? I'll just narrow it down just to money, first and foremost. Okay. You know, you, you can't you can't be an ice if that makes any sense. Okay. You can't be an ice. And when I say an ice, I'm talking about the cat that was on Paid in Full, Rich or Mitch's uncle. I call him Rich because his real name Rich Porter, but Mitch's uncle was up in there trying to see how much money Mitch was making, and he was jealous and uh, trying to really just sniff out how much money this guy got. And you got people like that. And it's not just with money, man. You could be phenomenal at something, and they're worried about the attention that you get. They're worried about, okay, well, who's over there? Why is this person over? Why is this person over at your crib? Or why is this person, in on your gram? Or why is this person, going to your party and everything like that? How come these people are over there? Just peeping what you doing, and we get real jealous about that. Man, don't pay attention to nobody else, man. It's like if if you see them prospering and progressing and everything like that, more than anything, man, you should be showing those people love, congratulating them. But you got inconsiderate dudes out here that, they're like, well, how much money you got, and how did you get that, and how did you do that, and da 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 da. They trying to find any and everything just so that they could get that edge and then use it to their advantage or whatnot. Not really right, not realizing that what they're doing is really weak. It's really weak, man. It's like, how did you pull that female that you pulled right there, man? Show me some ways and all this other stuff. Which, I mean, it's fine to get pointers from somebody. I don't mind dropping gems on somebody on how to, a strategy to obtain something, or to get a level of success. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see any problems with helping anybody because it shows a lot about yourself. But you can't help everybody though. You can't help everybody. Like, for instance, okay, I helped a couple people out, but this one, this one person in particular, I helped them out numerous of times. And one time, because I paid a bill for them. Actually I paid two bills for them because they needed help. That person had kids or whatnot. And I had did it more than one time. I'm not gonna name how many times I did it, but I did it more than one time. And we're not talking about no, just a couple of dollars or anything like that. We're talking about hundreds of dollars that was involved and stuff. And what ended up happening is they tried to come to me again because they didn't pay me back from the previous time. And I told them that I'm not gonna help you this time, flat out. As much as I would like to, what happened to the other stuff? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be no pushover. I'm not trying to have that because I know people go through things. There's nothing wrong with helping somebody out, but if you're not trying to help yourself, then what? I mean, what's the point of even trying to bless you? You know what I'm saying? What's the point in even trying to assist you with something that you're trying to achieve? The thing about it is that they're trying to see how much they could get out of you. But I ended up helping that person out, helped them out and everything. And when I told them no, their response, they got really, really angry and they got upset to the point where it said like they said, "Oh, okay, well, I know you got this amount of money. I know you making money. Da da da. I know you got it." And see, that's when those people are already peeping what you got. They're already plotting to see how much money you have. You don't be a pocket watcher, man. You don't be a pocket watcher. Go get it yourself. Yesterday, there's a lot of panhandlers on the street. Okay, and they'll even use their kids or you know babies as or even a pet as sympathy. Well, first off, when I look at a lot of panhandlers, man, because I've helped panhandlers, and for those of y'all that don't know what a panhandler is, those are people that stand there at either a stoplight or stop sign or in the intersection of a highway or something like that, and they ask for money or whatever, anything to help them out. Well, yesterday I saw there's a teenage boy, man, and I saw him with his little brother. And you know what they were doing? They were selling water out of a tote, just fresh water with ice. And see that right there? That's how you're supposed to do it. And I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop and give them a couple of dollars. Hopefully, I'll see them again today. But those are the people that I'm willing to help. Or if I see the same guy all the time, consistently, always, begging for money and everything, and then you pulling out a cell phone, man, that shows me you don't need no money. Sorry about that, y'all. That shows me you don't need any type of money at all if you pulling out a cell phone. If you got a cell phone and you sitting there, you talking about I'm hungry and I need money, or I'm struggling or something like that. If you pulling out a cell phone, or uh you have something of value or something like that, or you got some nice shoes on or something like that, man, I don't want to hear that, because I don't feel so, like, honestly, it's getting to the point now where some of the people, like, they'll use their kids as kind of a guilt trip for me to feel sorry for them. But I'm like, why are you gonna have your baby or your kids out in this hot sun doing that? But I'm a no excuse type of guy. So I'm not gonna sit there, I'm not gonna pocket watch. Even when I went through a rough time at a point in my life. I knew how to maneuver. I knew how to make a way out of no way. There's a lot of people that have went from being in. I know a few of them. I knew this one guy. He was uh he was in prison, and he got out of prison, man. He was still young enough to get a job and to provide for himself and everything. So it wasn't like he was old and over the hill. He still could be a productive individual in society. And he struggled for a little bit. He struggled for about a year. He struggled to make ends meet, and a lot of people turned their back on him. They turned their back on him. Uh, they didn't give him any type of chance. He was working the jobs that he really didn't want to work at, whether it was at the factory or at a fast food restaurant. Uh, he was even working those temporary jobs, throwing trash and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever he could to make ends meet. And he ended up getting an opportunity, and he said, "You know what? I'm about to just go ahead and well, first he started off cutting lawn, but then he got into the power washing. He got into power washing, and they told him all the time, because he was power washing windows. He said, "Man, I like this." And he was doing it for a building. He wasn't making that much. He was working, uh doing various buildings and stuff like that. And he loved what he was doing and everything. And what he ended up doing, he said, "You know what? I finna start my own. I'm finna take it to a whole nother level. I'm finna go ahead and start me a business out of this." And that's what he did. He ended up starting a business, starting a power washing business, because he was cutting line. He actually he ended up doing three certifications, through three different certifications. He went to barber school, and he cut lawn, and he was doing power washing. He did all of those. And this was a convicted felon. So I don't want to hear about all these excuses about, you watching somebody else. You have to go get it on your own, man. And me myself, I never been that type. My mom's always taught me to get it out on my own. I was out of the house by the time I was 16, 17 years old. I like I was too independent. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts me even to or it used to hurt me even to ask my mom for anything. You know what I'm saying? Or even to ask anybody else for anything. Yeah, I had a lot of pride, but don't get it twisted. I will ask if I'm broke or something like that. I'm not gonna be that prideful to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm not asking that person. I'm too proud to beg. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But I damn sure not gonna sit up here and act like I don't have the energy, I don't have the drive, I don't have the motivation to go get whatever necessary done. If that makes any sense. You know, you gotta stop pocket watching. You gotta stop worrying about the next man and 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 how much material stuff that they got. If if that person if that person is successful, then what you need to do is sit down and have a genuine conversation with them, and don't be so prideful and don't be shame about it. You know, you don't want to be like old boy off of Belly, Kane from Minister Society, who played what's his name on Belly, uh eating a banana and talking about, yeah, I don't like that, I don't like this shit, I don't like this. You don't want to be like that. Yeah, because they were talking about, yeah, they slinging real hard and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then, a lot of people, they become real jealous, man. I'm like, man, I never been the type to be jealous of somebody's success, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to congratulate, especially if they a brother, man. You know, even when I was like in my competitive, I'm always in my competitive mindset, but I'm talking about when I was really out there playing and stuff. I never really I never really hated on the next man or wanted to see that man get hurt or wanted to see that person fail or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I didn't want them to beat me, but at the same token, man, if they were more successful than me or they accomplished something faster than me or they did a lot more than me or something like that, you just gotta congratulate them. But some people can't. They can't deal with that. That's why you have a lot of people. They'll be together at first in terms of business, or they might have a partnership. They might have been affiliated with a particular group, a group of friends, or something like that. And then because of a disagreement, or that person doesn't particularly, he's not on the same page as that particular person goes and starts a whole nother group on his own, and then begins hating on the man that they were partners at first, like in business or something like that. You have a lot of that goes on because with heroics, you gotta have the villain. That's just the way it is. When you're a hero in the streets, you gotta have that villain. you know some people don't mind being the villain. Some people actually embrace that role. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're gonna be a villain for good reason. Be a Robin Hood. You got to be that type to take from the rich and give to the poor, so to speak. But either way, man, you pocket watching. You sitting there worried about what the next man got. You sitting there trying to get close to that man's money. That makes you weak, man. That means you are a very weak-minded person. You're a weak-minded individual. You don't want to get success the hard way. You want to get it the easy way. You want stuff to be handed to you. You don't want to go through any type of rigors of achieving something. But that next man that you sitting there pocket watching, and you sitting there worried about his money, you sitting there worried about his success, you sitting there worried about the material things that he has, sitting there worried about the woman that he has, you sitting there worried about what kind of car he drives, you sitting there worried about how come he got these clothes on and stuff like that. That guy, you don't know what that guy had to go through in order to achieve those things. You got to get up and get it on your own. I never wanted to be a pocket watcher, man. I never wanted to. I would be fascinated by, seeing, like, when I was younger, seeing those guys that had, the nice cars, jewelry, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to, I was trying to know how I could go get it. I wasn't sitting there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna step on his throat, or I'm gonna try to take from him, or I'm gonna do everything I can to cause the downfall of that dude. Nah, because that's weakness. This society, this society has a lot of that, man. And look, you don't even have to have that much money. See, that's the thing. A lot of people, some guys that hate on you for $50. You don't even have to have a lot of material stuff. Just the fact that you feeling good, and you don't let anything get get you down. They don't like that. A lot of people are jealous of, or wondering how come you so happy all the time. You know, they watching you be happy. You know what I'm saying? Some guys don't like you to be happy. I never wanted a pocket watch, man. I never wanted to, pay attention to somebody else's success or anything like that. If anything, I was so worried. I'm so worried about, and not even worried. I'm so in tune to what I have going. I'm so in tune to what now, of course, my family, what they got going. How are we building? I'm focused on my empire. As a man, you should be focused on your empire, instead of worrying about this person or that person or anything like that. It doesn't do you no good. It don't do you any type of justice to do that. And sure, you're gonna take favors. It's all right to, ask for a favor, but make sure that when you ask for those favors, you always pay that person back, or you pay such and such back. You be loyal. You keep your word. You always keep your word. Your word is your bond. I mean, and that's easier said than done. That's easier said than done. But when I say pocket watching, it's not just money, man. It's just people just paying attention to your overall presence, and them being jealous about it. Them being really jealous about it, and they say little slick things to try to throw you off, try to throw you off key. You know, some people they can pretend like they happy. They'll pretend, like they cool with you for a while. But then once you start getting a little bit, success, or you start to You start doing real prominent things. You even start getting a lot more attention and everything. Some people will change up on you in a heartbeat. And you can't be a ice. You can't be that guy that's focused on Mitch. You can't be that way because it's gonna sit there. It's gonna get up under your skin so much that that person is doing so much better than you. It's gonna get up under your skin so much. It's gonna drive you to the point. And see, that's why like if you on social media, man, you better have dinosaur skin. You better have elephant skin. Because I'm telling you, man, you're gonna see some stuff online that just absolutely probably gonna drive you crazy. But see, the thing about it is, what you gotta realize is that it's a computer, man. It's not a reality. Some people make it a reality, and they do stupid stuff like you know getting people getting people knocked off on live and all that other shit, man. Like that, to me, man, that's not cool. You know that type of shit. That's not cool. That's disgusting. That's what makes society real messed up now. And see, I was looking at Willie D's his his page, and there was a situation with a homeless man that ended up getting, he fell on hard times and everything, and he was trying to get back into the music game and everything, like hip hop and everything, because Willie D, of course, used to be a part of the Ghetto Boys. He was a rapper and everything. And the guy was explaining to Willie D, man, I want to get back into rapping, and he had all these visions that he explained to Willie D, and Willie D was like, what what can you do right now? And shout out to Willie D, by the way. If you haven't checked out his page, definitely check his page out. Um, he said, what can you do right now that is gonna make you money and gonna keep you stable in terms of having a place to live and a place to lay your head at, and of course to put food in your belly. And he had told him, he said, because rapping is it's a full-time job, but at the same token, it's not a guarantee. And I respect him. I respect the guy first and foremost, the guy that has ambition of being a rapper. I respect him for asking Willie D to drop them gems on him, because Willie D could have been the type, been like, you know what, nah, I'm not telling you anything. And this was a dude that was on the street, a, a complete stranger, and he was trying his best to give him opportunity. And then Willie D said he's willing to look for him to to try to find a job to to get himself back on his feet and everything. But he wasn't pocket watching. He wasn't sitting there. He didn't the first thing he didn't ask him about money or anything like that. He just told him, "Hey, this is what I would like to do." And see, you have to respect that about a lot of people. You have to respect that. I respect an individual like that who's gonna, come to me and be like, "Look, man, I want to do something great with my life. I want to turn my life around." That's the person that you should really respect, not a pocket watcher, not somebody. Oh yeah, can you give me some money because he's seen you, working a nice job, or he see you driving a nice car, or he see you, uh, dripped out. in the you know, you got that drip in terms of how you dress. So stop the pocket watching, man. It's real weak. It doesn't make you it doesn't make you any better. Matter of fact, it makes you look really bad. And people don't want to be around a pocket watcher. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a pocket packer. That's what I want to be. A pocket packer, not a pocket watcher. I want to pack my pockets. I'm not concerned about anybody else's grind. You know what I'm saying? Like I give props to those people that are grinding, that are hustling and everything, but I'm concerned with myself. And that's what you should be. Stop the pocket watching. It don't do you no good. It's not gonna take you nowhere. Because the more you think about it and the more that you put it in your head and the more that you worry about that next man, it's gonna anger you and it's gonna drive you to a point where you're gonna do something stupid. And that's what you don't want. Yeah, everybody got to realize that everybody has their own set. They play by their own set of rules. What are you gonna play by? Are you gonna do it the right way? Are you gonna get out there, pound that pavement, or are you gonna sit there and just sit back and be a pocket watcher, worried about what that man doing? All you gonna do is be the guy, old as hell, always laughing and giggling, thinking that everything gonna come to you when you should be out there getting it. You should be out there getting it. You should be out there taking it. Pocket watching don't do nothing but you just watching the time go by. You really watching the time go by when you really should be making it happen. I'm not watching nothing go by. I'm not watching anything go by. If anything, I'm out there trying to you should be trying to get to where the money's at. That's why I don't criticize uh people for trying to go out and try several different things at once, because they're trying new ideas. They might have tried like 7 different careers in the last and it might have been the years might have been less than that. They might have did 7 different things in 3 years. But I don't never criticize or talk down on that, because they're trying, at least they're trying to do something. If it don't work out, it don't work out until they actually get themselves established. But you being a pocket watcher, you worried about how that man is grinding. You worried about how that man is hustling. You worried about how he became so successful. You worried about how much money he got. You worried about what uh you know what's in his bag, when really you should go ahead and make the people worry about you. Don't be no pocket watcher. Pocket watching is the most weakest thing that you could do on this earth. I don't listen. If somebody doing better than me, and looking better than me or whatever, I'm not worried about that. Because I know where my focus lies. And that's what you should know. You hopping you being a dr, I like to call them that dick riders. You being a dick rider, a a pocket watcher is a dick rider. You know what I'm saying? They the same thing to me. Why sit there and watch somebody else when I could go get it on my own? And that's what you have to do, whether it's at a job or something like that. If you want that manager's position, do everything possible that you can to be that top dog. If you don't like being told what to do, hey, do everything that you can to go ahead and establish your own, so you could call the shots. But you sitting there pocket watching and sitting there wishing upon a star and anything like that. That's not accomplishing anything. And that's exactly what Ice was doing, was sitting on the sideline, sitting there insinuating how much money Mitch had. And he knew he had a lot of money and everything, but he was jealous of the fact that he was taking care of everybody, but him, because he knows what his intentions were. So man, stop the pocket watching this week. Again, man, this is Polo Motivation, bruh. Also, Polo Sports Talking ENT. Like this video, share it, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member of the channel. Until then, it's Polo Sports Talking ENT. I'll get at y'all with another one. Y'all have a good one.